Have you ever felt that crushing disappointment when you realize your dividend investing strategy isn't delivering the steady income you dreamed of, and you're forced to walk away after years of hard work and sacrifice? I've seen it happen over and over again, and today I want to share with you why so many people eventually give up on dividend investing, and more importantly, what you can do differently to avoid that fate. I know this topic hits home for many of us because the promise of passive income is more than just a financial strategy. It's a lifeline that offers the hope of a secure future without the constant stress of a 9-to-5 job. Before we dive into the details, if you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe to Benefit Genius so you never miss out on the insights and tips that can help you truly make your money work for you. Let's get started. For years, I've unfortunately known many people who pursued dividend investing with the belief that they would one day replace their entire income with dividend stocks, only to eventually walk away feeling defeated and disillusioned. It's not that dividend investing is inherently flawed or that you need millions of dollars to retire off dividends. In fact, my entire channel is dedicated to debunking the common myth that you must have over $1 million saved to live comfortably off dividends. There are several reasons why many people eventually abandon dividend investing, and they all circle back to one key theme: the lack of patience and unrealistic expectations. Let's break down these reasons one by one. The first major pitfall is chasing the highest possible yields. Many investors are lured by the temptation of exceptionally high dividend yields that promise quick, significant returns. Imagine comparing two similar companies in the same sector, one offering a yield of 6.8% and the other boasting a yield of 12.77%. At first glance, it's easy to assume that the higher-yielding stock is the obvious choice, promising that extra boost every month. However, what most people fail to consider is that these high-yield stocks often come with a history of dividend cuts or significant share price declines. When you invest a large sum of money into a stock with an unusually high yield, you may find that over time, the company reduces or even eliminates its dividend, leading to a substantial drop in your expected income. For example, consider a company like Prospect Capital, which might seem enticing with a 12.77% yield. Over the past decade, its dividend has dropped by nearly 60%. If you were relying on that income to replace your salary, you could be forced to return to work sooner than you ever imagined because your income would have shrunk dramatically. This is why it's so critical to be cautious and avoid the temptation of chasing the highest yields without considering the long-term stability of those dividends. The second common reason people give up on dividend investing is simply a matter of timing and patience. The reality is that dividend investing is a slow, long-term strategy. In your first year of investing, you might see only a tiny fraction of your original investment returned as dividends. If you don't have a lot of money to start with, that slow progress can be incredibly discouraging. Many investors give up before they see the true power of compound interest at work. You've probably heard of the dividend snowball effect, the idea that by reinvesting your dividends, your income will gradually compound, eventually creating a substantial, steady stream of income. The challenge is that this snowball grows very slowly in the beginning, and it often takes years before the effect becomes noticeable. It's no wonder that many investors, especially those who are impatient or in need of immediate income, lose faith during that initial slow phase. Yet, it's important to remember that the magic of compounding tends to work best when you give it time. Even if your dividend income starts out small, over 10, 15, or 20 years, those reinvested dividends can grow exponentially. It's a classic case of delayed gratification. If you stick with it, the rewards can be life-changing. The third major reason many people abandon dividend investing is that they get sidetracked by the allure of shinier investments. When the market is buzzing and certain stocks experience explosive short-term growth, it's easy to be distracted. Tech stocks and other speculative investments can see massive gains in a single day, and those quick returns are undeniably exciting. However, these high-flying stocks often come with high risks, and the thrill of rapid gains can make you lose sight of your long-term dividend strategy. The market is full of stories about investors who chased the latest hot stock, only to watch it crash and burn, leaving them with nothing but regret. In contrast, dividend investing is about building a foundation of reliable, predictable income. It's not as glamorous, but it's proven to be one of the most effective ways to generate passive income over time. Staying focused on your dividend strategy requires discipline, and it's one of the most challenging aspects of investing. Even experienced investors can sometimes be tempted by the allure of quick profits, but if you want to build a stable income stream, you need to commit to your plan and not be swayed by short-term market trends. Now, let's talk about what you can do to increase your chances of success with dividend investing. The first step is to set realistic expectations. Understand that building a substantial dividend income takes time. It's not an overnight process, and the early years might feel like you're not making much progress at all. But if you can keep investing consistently and reinvesting your dividends, you'll eventually see the power of compounding work in your favor. It might help to think of it like planting a tree. At first, you might only see a small sprout. But with time, care, and patience, that sprout will grow into a mighty tree that provides shade, fruit, and shelter for years to come. The next step is to diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket by focusing solely on the highest-yielding stocks. Instead, build a diversified portfolio that includes a mix of stable, reliable dividend payers and a few high-yield opportunities, keeping in mind that the riskier ones may have limits on how much income they can safely provide over the long term. This approach will help smooth out the volatility and protect your income stream from drastic fluctuations. Another important strategy is to continually educate yourself. The market is always evolving, and staying informed is key to making smart decisions. Read books, follow reputable financial news sources, and consider joining communities of like-minded investors who can offer advice and share experiences. I've found that understanding the fundamentals of the companies you invest in, rather than just chasing attractive yields, makes a huge difference in long-term success. I encourage you to be patient and disciplined. When you feel the urge to jump into the next hot stock or abandon your dividend strategy, remember that true wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. The most successful dividend investors are those who stick with their strategy even when the rewards seem minimal in the beginning. Think of every dividend you receive as a small step toward a larger goal. Over time, these small steps add up to a significant amount of money that can provide true financial freedom. I also want to touch on something that many investors struggle with: the emotional roller coaster of investing. It's easy to become discouraged when your dividend income starts off slow or when a high-yield stock cuts its dividend. But it's important to remember that every investor faces ups and downs. The key is to maintain your focus and keep your long-term goals in sight. Instead of getting disheartened by short-term setbacks, try to view them as part of the journey. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, adjust your strategy, and grow stronger as an investor. I've seen firsthand how a commitment to a steady, disciplined dividend strategy can transform someone's financial future. It's not always the most exciting path, but it is one of the most reliable ways to generate passive income over the long term. Let me share a personal story. When I first started dividend investing, I was tempted by flashy headlines and promises of quick riches. I remember feeling frustrated during the early years when the dividends were so small that I wondered if I'd ever see a real benefit. But I stuck with it, kept learning, and slowly began to see the fruits of my patience. Years later, that steady, compound growth turned into a reliable stream of income that truly changed my life. I share this with you not to boast, but to encourage you. If you have the discipline to stick with dividend investing, the rewards can be substantial, even if they aren't immediate. The journey may be long, but the destination is worth every bit of effort. Now, I want to take a moment to remind you again to subscribe to Benefit Genius if you haven't already. Our mission is to provide you with honest, actionable financial advice that can help you build the future you deserve. By subscribing, you join a community of like-minded individuals who are committed to achieving financial security through smart, long-term strategies like dividend investing. Please also leave your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried dividend investing before? What challenges have you faced, and what successes have you experienced? Sharing your story can help others learn from your journey. I genuinely believe that the best form of passive income is one that is built slowly over time. It's about finding that balance between risk and reward and having the courage to stick with a strategy even when it seems like progress is minimal. The truth is, the real beauty of dividend investing lies in its simplicity. Once you set up a portfolio of reliable dividend-paying stocks and allow your dividends to be reinvested, you're on your way to creating a steady income stream that requires minimal maintenance. Unlike rental properties, where even with a property manager you still have to deal with issues like repairs, tenant disputes, or unexpected vacancies, dividend investing is truly hands-off. You set it up, and then you let the magic of compound interest take over. And that, my friends, is where the true power of dividend investing lies. I also want to address the allure of quick gains that often distracts investors from the long-term benefits of dividend investing. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement of a market rally or the promise of a hot stock that could yield 10 times your investment overnight. But those are the kinds of investments that typically come with high risks and can lead to significant losses if the market turns. Dividend investing isn't about chasing quick riches, it's about building a foundation of reliable, recurring income that grows steadily over time. It's a strategy that may not deliver fireworks in the short term, but if you're patient, it can provide a level of financial security that few other investments can match. I understand that for many, the idea of waiting years for substantial returns can be disheartening. It's human to want immediate results, and the slow start can feel like you're not making any progress at all. But I urge you to see the big picture. Every dividend you receive is a step forward. Every reinvested dividend is a seed that, with time, will grow into something much larger. There's a famous saying, patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. That couldn't be more true for dividend investing. The rewards may not be flashy or immediate, but if you stick with it, the payoff is real and significant. As we near the end of this discussion, I want to leave you with one final thought. Your financial journey is unique, and while dividend investing isn't a magic solution, it can be one of the most reliable methods for generating passive income if you commit to it wholeheartedly. Remember, it's not about how much money you start with, it's about how consistently you invest, reinvest, and allow your money to grow over time. And while the path may be long and sometimes challenging, the destination is a future where you can enjoy true financial freedom and security. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I truly appreciate your willingness to learn and to take control of your financial future. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to Benefit Genius. We're here to guide you every step of the way, offering clear, honest advice that empowers you to build the future you deserve. Stay patient, stay informed, and together we can make a difference in how we approach our financial goals. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.